Hey, what's up, guys? Big Natty back with another video. Here to talk about LeBron James statements. Now, he said he's the greatest of all time, and there's been a lot of debating and controversy on his statements. So I wanted to weigh in on the debate of who is the GOAT. Now, if we look at LeBron James' argument of being the GOAT, he's a three-time NBA champ, six-time All-Defensive Team, led the NBA in scoring once, 14-time All-NBA, three-time MVP, three-time Finals MVP, three-time All-Star Game MVP, four-time MVP, and he won Rookie of the Year. So I mean, everybody knows a lot about LeBron. We're living in his era. I think the competition that he played in the finals was tough. So even though his finals record isn't great, he had to play, all-time great Spurs teams, all-time great, and beat all-time great Warriors team. I think the level of competition in the finals has been some of the toughest we've seen in basketball. And I think his path to the finals has been easier than a lot of greats. And usually people are debating between LeBron and Michael Jordan. And if you look at Michael Jordan, he was a 9-time all-defensive guy, 6-time champ, 6-time Finals MVP, 10-time scoring champion, 11-time All-NBA. He also won Rookie of the Year, 5 times MVP. So if you see his numbers, they're phenomenal. I think the road he had to the finals was a lot tougher than LeBron's, but when he actually got to the finals, I don't think the teams compared. I mean, would you say the Jazz or the Supersonics were better than the Warriors or the Spurs? I wouldn't say that. I would say all of those teams are better than Jordan's team, outside of maybe the Thunder, the 2011 Mavs. Outside of those two, any of the Warriors or Spurs, I think, are better than the competition Jordan faced in the finals. And usually people use the finals debate as the biggest barometer for who's the greatest. And this is not a solo sport. So, it's different if it's like tennis. You say Serena Williams is the greatest women's tennis player of all time. Oh, yes. With the amount she has won. But it's a singular sport. If you look at basketball, it's a team sport. So a lot depends on how talented the cast is around you and the coach. And I think that Jordan was fortunate with, having an all-time great Kobe and Phil Jackson, and we saw what he did with Kobe and Shaq. And not only that, Scottie Pippen is one of the greatest of all time, and Dennis Rodman, one of the great defensive players. That doesn't take away from the fact LeBron played with great players, Kevin Love, Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. But outside of Dwayne Wade, who is arguably better than Scottie Pippen, I mean, who else is better than Jordan's second player? Love isn't, Kyrie isn't, and I don't think any of his guys are, nor the coaches. But there are other guys that have an argument, in my opinion. One that's overlooked is Oscar Robertson. He was the original guy to average a triple-double. You see Russell doing that a lot now, but I mean, he was Rookie of the Year, 3-time MVP, 6-time assist champion, and won the championship. So, his numbers were phenomenal. I think Wilt Chamberlain could be in that argument. You saw he averaged 30 and 22, averaged 50 and 25 for one season. Just an athletic specimen. There's a lot of controversy whether, his competition was as great. But, I mean, he's 4-time MVP, one-time Finals MVP, Rookie of the Year, 7-time scoring champ. Dominated the game. And the argument for winning championship, this is the reason why I don't weight as heavy. So because guys always throw around a name like Bill Russell, okay, 11-time NBA champion, 5-time MVP. I mean that's phenomenal that he won that much, but I think he's excluded for the fact that look at his stats. I mean, he averaged 15 and 22, phenomenal rebounder. Okay, average, not average, but he wasn't a 20+ scorer. But look at the field goal percentage. He shot 44% from the field as a big man. So he didn't shoot threes. Everything is pretty much painted shots, and he shot 44%. I mean, in today's time, we kill guys for shooting 44%. From the field overall. Guards. We kill point guards and shooting guards who a lot of their shots come from the perimeter, shooting less than 45%. They're deemed as inefficient. This guy was a center and averaged 44% from the field, and I think that just takes away from how great of a player he was. I mean, you at the paint and you shooting that poorly. I mean, I can't put you in a GOAT conversation. And he had great teams, obviously. But for me, I think Kareem would have my vote as the greatest, just because he developed the most difficult shot, in my opinion, in the NBA history, which is a sky hook. I mean, nobody's been able to master that shot really since him. It's a very difficult shot. I mean, he was just a beast. He leads, I think, leads the all-time scoring list at 36,000 points, which that may not even be passed ever. We'll have to see. He won just as many rings as Jordan, because everybody used Jordan as a barometer, and just as many MVPs. Now, he wasn't Finals MVP for those championships, but he was still 2-time. I think Kareem has the best overall case for it, looking at his stats, looking at what he did, just how skilled he was as a big man. And in today's NBA, the big man is kind of phased out. I mean, and some other guys that maybe you can make a case for. Kobe, 5-time NBA championship. I mean, he was a 3-time Finals MVP. So, I mean, at the end of the day, nobody has a complete answer, I would say. It's all up to the fans and the former players and the media. And it's always an interesting debate. So, hey, Big Netty here. Like, comment, subscribe. Share with your friends and family. Thanks for watching the video. I'm out.